started collecting handbags, I always knew there were certain designer brands at the top of my list, and I'm going to share them with you now. So I have been collecting now for a few years, and I obviously am not super rich, so there are obviously bags that are right now only my dreams, but I hope to really one day be able to make them a reality. But before that, I wanted to share with you guys which designer handbags are my top 5 goals. And these are bags that or designers that I really want to at some point in my life own at least one bag of theirs. And yeah, I just truly have a love for their designs and everything. So I do have some that aren't on this list, but my goal in life is to basically have one bag from almost every designer. The ones that I've already attained, I have not added to this list. So these are strictly goals, like goals. So I'm going to start by number 5. So number 5 on my list is Valentino. I really love Valentino handbags. Now most of you might know them for their shoes, but they do make some beautiful handbags. So one of my favorite, and I will put pictures in on the sides, is their rock stud handbag. This is basically one of their handbags that has that specific studded feature that they're very known for, and I really like the design of them. So that's one of their bags that I really like. I also love their out of the box tote bags. So I'll put a picture in of one of them that I'm like really obsessed with. I love that they're modernized. I love that they're out there. I love that they're kind of crazy, and that you'll definitely notice it from a distance. So I love that about their tote bags. And then obviously their basic stud design I like too, but it would have to be one that was a little bit different, like the one that I'm showing you now. But those are the Valentino bags in the direction I would go when the time comes to get a Valentino. Then number 4 on my list would be Versace, and with them I would like, the one thing I love about Versace is that they are really bold with their color choices. They do have more natural nude tones, but if you go onto their website and things, you'll see that their bags stand out for the bold colors, and that I absolutely love about them. So their La Medusa range is my favorite. It's the one with the Medusa sign on it that's very prominent, and basically that Medusa sign is the main feature of the bag. But if I were to go for them, it would have to be one in one of those bold colors, most likely pink, because that's my favorite color. I like both the small La Medusa bags as well as the crossbodies. So that's probably the direction I would go when it comes to a Versace. So yeah, that's number 4. Number 3 on my list is Prada. Now I feel like you cannot go wrong with a Prada handbag. Like, let's be honest, they are so classic and so beautiful. I do think if I went for Prada, I'd probably keep it more simple. I feel like Prada is a really good investment piece, and I would therefore keep it very simple, something that's not going to get damaged too easily, and something that's fairly classic. Now one of the designs that I really like is the wicker and canvas handbag. So I'll put an example in of the bucket one. I really like this. I think it just is giving me damsel in the sunflower fields type vibes, and I'm all there for that. So I really like this design. I also like and I hope I don't butcher this, but I think it's pronounced kahir. This design with all the little gold detailings I think is beautiful, and I love the box shape of it. And then obviously I think it's like, if I were to like really honestly invest in Prada, I'd most likely go for like one of their re-editions, because I think it's such a classic handbag that it would be a really good investment piece. It wouldn't go out of fashion, if I can say that. So I really love the re-edition handbags. They're small and there are a lot of dupes of them. It's the only thing that I find a bit off-putting. But I mean, I think I've even seen like a Steve Madden dupe of this Prada re-edition. But I do like the classic vibe of them. I also really like their plain black leather handbags. So yeah, I think with Prada I'd do something very simple if I were to go for them, but that's why they're number 3 on my list. They are just classy, elegant, and I love them. Then number 2, which I think is a very odd one. I don't think a lot of people like this one that much, but I really like it, and that's Fendi. I really like Fendi handbags. There are some of them where I'm just kind of like, oh, that's not my vibe. But for example, their sunshine shopper bags, like I am obsessed. Like I literally want one in every color. I love that the name Fendi is big across them, because I feel like if you saw me from across the street, you'd know what my bag is from there. And I love that. I love it when designers put their names like really big over the bags. It must be noticed from a distance, you know. So I really love the Fendi sunshine shoppers. You get them, I think, in small, medium, and large. This is a medium one, but I wouldn't mind them in any colors. I love the beiges and the browns and like all the soft tones, but you get some really nice colorful ones as well. So that's the Fendi ones that I really like. Surprisingly, the ones with the F handles, I can't remember what they're called, but I don't really like those that much, funny enough. But these sunshine shoppers are like my favorite. So that's number 2 on my list. And then number 1. So the main goal in life is to get a Louis Vuitton. Now Louis Vuitton is number 1 on my list, but not because I think it's the best brand out there. It is one of my goals, and it's been one of my goals for a very long time. Louis Vuitton to me is that, like, if I get my Louis Vuitton, I've like made it in life, and that's just kind of how I feel. The day I walk into that Louis Vuitton store and buy my bag, I know that I've reached a certain point in my life where I've made it, and that'll be a very big milestone for me, and that's why Louis Vuitton is number 1 on my list. I do feel like there's brands out there that are nicer and less overdone, because obviously the amount of replicas out there for Louis Vuitton right now is insane. So people are constantly questioning whether they're real or fake, but to me it's not even about that. It's about the whole moment of being able to walk into that store and buy it for myself. That's what I want. That's what I'm waiting for, and that's why it's number 1 on my goal list, because once I know I've done that, I've gotten somewhere, you know. And so when it does come to Louis Vuitton, the ones that I would go for, like, don't get me wrong, I do like the classic and things like that, but I think if I were to get a Louis Vuitton, I'd get one that was slightly out of the box. For example, the Alma BB, this one, but I would get it in pink. Or in a color. I wouldn't get it in the normal black. I think these are very beautiful, very classic bags, and this bag specifically is a great investment. I would, however, want it in a unique color, and not just the normal black, white, or you know, the normal colors. And then another one that recently came out that I am like obsessed with is the Louis Vuitton loop bag. Like, oh, it is so beautiful, and it is so out of the box. Now this bag, I don't know necessarily if it is a good investment or not, but it is fairly out of the box type of design for them, and I really like it. I think it is so beautiful, and yeah, that would be something I would go for. Now the thing is, when it comes time for me to get my Louis Vuitton bag, I would probably, like, a lot of factors would influence my decision. What is in fashion at that time, what is like in season, all of those things, and it would also depend on the price point, because, like, to be honest with you, I think if the time came for me to buy Louis Vuitton, I would probably just go for what I could afford at that time. And that's kind of where I would stand with that. I do like the normal monogrammed Louis Vuitton bags. I don't necessarily like the Never Falls, but I do like their normal branded classic, very normal handbags. So it is possible that I will end up in that direction. But yeah, that's basically it. Let me know what's your top handbag, designer handbag goals down below. I'd love to hear which bags really stand out to you. And yeah, that's it for this video. If you guys have any video requests, don't forget to leave them down below. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.